it's me. Hey, it's Bobi, aka Paginator, and we're here with a Fairyloot unboxing plus a couple of bits of extra book mail. So we'll start with the extra bits and then get to the Fairyloot box. I have my Book of the Month box for November. I just chose one book this month. I'm very proud of myself. And the book that I chose is this one, The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julie Leong. We also have this lovely Book of the Month bookmark, and on the back it says, "I'll just wait here." So let's read the synopsis of this one. Tao is an immigrant fortune teller traveling between villages with just her trusty mule for company. She tells only small fortunes, whether it will hail next week, which boy the barmaid will kiss, when the cow will calve. She knows from bitter experience that big fortunes come with big consequences. Even if it's a lonely life, it's better than the one she left behind. But a small fortune unexpectedly becomes something more when a semi-reformed thief and an ex-mercenary recruit her into their desperate search for a lost child. Soon they're joined by a baker with a need for adventure, and of course a slightly magical cat. Yay. Tao starts down a new path with companions as big-hearted as her fortunes are small, but as she lowers her walls, the shadows of her past close in, and she'll have to decide whether to risk everything to preserve the family she never thought she could have. The next package is one that I pre-ordered from Barnes & Noble months ago. And it is Where the Library Hides by Isabel Ibanez. This is the sequel to What the River Knows. And it was like a kind of a mystery adventure set on the Nile River. And like, I don't know, it was fantastic. So I definitely felt like I needed to read the sequel right away. And do I still agree? Yes. Do I have room on my TBR this month? No. But I can swap this out for something else maybe? That brings us to our Fairyloot box, and this is the October box, I believe. October theme is Castles Crumbling, and probably all you could see behind the card was the little foamy thingies. I'm gonna move those out of the way and then we'll get into the items. So we're gonna start with this box, and it says Salt and Spice Shakers, designed by @SayerArt, and it says hand wash only, packaging by Blanca Design. Oh, cute! So here is the salt shaker, and it's like a little book. And then this one says spice on it and has some little chilies there. I will probably just use it for black pepper because I don't do a whole lot of chili type of spices. My tummy doesn't really like those all that much, but they're very cute. Oh, what is this? This is gorgeous. Oh. Okay, we've got these protector sleeves here, and they're divided into thirds, so they look about the right size for a bookmark. Of course, being a junk journal artist, I could use this for an ephemeral holder as well. That's very nice. Let's see what the spoiler card says. It says, bookmark album designed by @Julie Reinhardt, the perfect way to store and display your bookmark collection. The design is inspired by A Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. That makes sense because we have the cat sitting on top of the books. And here we've got more books here. I highly recommend that book, by the way, Sorcery of Thorns. All right, next we've got a sleeve. Is this for an iPad or Kindle or something? Let's see. Got a nice zipper top. Ooh, really pretty purple there. Lots of cushioning, which made me think of Technology versus Book sleeve, but you could definitely fit a smaller size book. The big hardbacks aren't going to fit in this, but wow, that's gorgeous. Oh, it's from the Corky Cup Collective. Cool. Oh, I remember them saying they were going to have an item from them. Let's see, e-reader sleeve, designed by the Corky Cup Collective. Keep your e-readers protected and snug with this beautiful design sleeve. The embroidered design is inspired by Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I still haven't read Powerless, but I have it checked out from Libby, the audiobook, and so I'm going to be getting to that very, very soon. Next up, I can see some overlays. Now, I don't want to be spoiled for what the book is just in case the overlays go with the book. So I think we're going to go to the book next and just see. Yeah, let's do that. So let's do the book first, and then we'll look at the overlays and the tarot card, because the tarot cards lately, they've been theming to the featured book in the box, and yeah, this way I won't be spoiled by other items, just in case. All right, we've got black sprayed edges. Oh, we got a design here. There's some paper, and what is it? Gorgeous is what it is. Air by Sabaa Tahir. Oh, Sabaa Tahir. It's been a while since I read anything by her. Look at this. I mean, let's look at the back. Oh, there's a spine too. Look at that. Love, legacy, power, vengeance. And it says Fairyloot right there. Oh, wow. That's cool. Okay, we'll come back and look at more information about the book in a minute, but we wanted to look at the items as well. Here are tarot cards, the King and Queen of Suns, and let's see. Oh, these characters are not from the featured book. This month's tarot card set features Arthi as Queen of Suns and Jin as King of Suns. The characters are from A Tempest of Tea by Hafsa Faizal. All right, the overlays, yep, air. Overlays designed by Palin Line Art. I'll see if I can hold that up for you. On the back it tells us there's a statue scene, a boat scene, a map scene, and a wrist scene. Oh, hello. Wait till you see this. So this is the one that you first see. It's a good thing my students aren't here. I have got some boy crazy girls this year, and they would be drooling. Here is the next one. And there's this one. And this one. All right, so now let's dig into the book and see if we can learn more about those characters that we just saw in the overlays. We'll take, Why is it that I can't ever say words when I see these things? Okay, first let's look at the reverse dust jacket. Really, really pretty. Lots of blues and golds. Makes me think of my Ravenclaw house colors. And we have loads of gold on the naked hardcover. This looks like some kind of flying machine. And then check out these end papers. Do you see the gold? And the end papers in the back. I think I can hear an alarm going off in the other room on my iPad. And it's just gonna have to wait. The letter from the author says, Dear Fairyloot reader, what a gift it is to be able to write to you about my newest novel, Air, the first in a fantasy duology. Ooh. Air is about an orphan, an outcast, a prince, and a killer whose reign of terror alters the fabric of these characters' lives and the world they live in. This book offers my favorite combination of fantasy themes: adventure, humor, romance, magic, villainy, and heartbreak. But it also asks a broader question I explore in all my work: why do we treat each other this way? In my attempts to answer this question, Air touches on themes of legacy, found family, loneliness, and trust. It explores the joy and passion of first love alongside the burdens of generational trauma. It examines the complexity and vicissitudes, that's a great word, of friendship, as well as the cost of vengeance, not just on others, but on ourselves. This book was an absolute joy to write, and I hope that you will have just as much fun reading it. All my best, Sabaa Tahir. We also have a map. You know how I feel about maps in books. They're always a good sign. And do we have the author's signature anywhere? No. All right, we will read the synopsis from the dust jacket. An orphan, an outcast, a prince, and a killer who will bring an empire to its knees. Growing up in the Kagari slums, Aiz has seen her share of suffering. An old tragedy fuels her need for vengeance, but it is the love of her people that propels her, until one hot-headed mistake lands her in an inescapable prison where the embers of her wrath ignite. Banished from her tribe for an unforgivable crime, Saoirse is a down-on-her-luck tracker who speaks to the earth, air, and water to trace her marks. Destitute, she agrees to hunt down a killer who has murdered children across the Empire. All she has to do is carry out the job and get paid, but then she falls for a charismatic and inconvenient fugitive who keeps getting in her way. Quill is the crown prince of the Empire, nephew of a famed and venerated empress, but he is loath to pick up the mantle when his aunt steps down. As the son of the most hated emperor in the history of his people, he, better than anyone, understands that power corrupts. When a vicious new enemy threatens the survival of the Empire, Quill must ask himself if he can rise above his tragic lineage and be the heir his people need. Sounds excellent.
Where did I put the newsletter?
And last but not least, we're going to take a quick look at the theme for the November box, which will be Love and Vendetta. You will find items inspired by the Kingdom of the Wicked, the Crimson Moth, A Deadly Education, and our featured book of the month, and a multi-fandom Stephanie Garber item. All right, well, I better go take care of that alarm on my iPad, and I've got some reading to do as well tonight, so we'll see you all in the next one. Have a wonderful, magical, and bookish day. Happy reading. Adios.